I am a first-year student, but after this semester ends, I will finally be a sophomore. Just a fact about myself is that I major in neuroscience as I hope to go to medical school in the future. And I am a member of the Commuter Student Advisory Board. It is my pleasure to be today's program monitor. The Talk with the Pro series was generated by commuter student advocates who want to best support students as we transition to online courses for the remainder of this semester. Last week, the series explored advising and legislation, and today we have the opportunity to learn about FAU libraries and Live to Go. So today's pro is Tom O'Brien. He has over 20 years of collegiate library experience in several Florida colleges and universities. He has experience in areas including reference, instruction, collection development, and administration. He holds a Master's of Library and Information Science from Florida State University and a Bachelor's of Education from the University of Rhode Island. Personally, Tom and his wife of 15 years are the proud parents of Tia, whom they adopted from China in 2013. And in his spare time, Tom enjoys fishing, reading, and spending time with his family. So let's get to our first question. I have noticed the Live2Go website was launched. Can you tell us a little bit about it, Tom?
Okay, well, I want to start by saying that as an undergraduate, I was a commuter student myself, and as a graduate student, I took about 95% of my classes online. So I completely understand the need to provide students who are not on campus with every resource, service, and support system available. That means textbooks, research from databases, access to books from the library's catalog, and yes, even personal experience. So the library has created this one-stop shop where students can go and access all of these things to help facilitate their college experience off campus. The Live2Go page provides students with everything they need without having to be on campus.
Awesome. Okay. Well, question number 2 is, I have spoken to students who do not have access to a reliable laptop, or they may not have access to consistent Wi-Fi. So how can FAU libraries support students with these needs?
Okay, a great question. The library has loaner laptops available with priority given to students with financial aid. Any requests must be sent to student financial aid. There are currently enough laptops that even if a student doesn't qualify for financial aid, we can fulfill that request. All requests must be submitted to Anna Gagula, the Associate Director of the Office of Student Financial Aid, and her address is AGAGULA, and again, that's ULA at FAU.edu. We also have a few Wi-Fi spots left solely for students who don't have internet at home. This does require financial aid approval to limit quantity. Once the library receives confirmation from financial aid, we will coordinate with the student to pick up the laptops on or at certain dates and times. If a student doesn't qualify, we will still review the request if we have spare laptops, and we will similarly coordinate.
Okay, that's great. But since we can't actually go to the libraries, how do we utilize FAU library resources from home?
Okay, the first thing any student needs to do if they're working remotely, they need to access some of the library resources. They need to go to the library's Live2Go homepage at library.fau.edu/lib, 2, go. Again, that's at library.fau.edu lib2go. That's /lib2go. They need to scroll down from there, and I'm going to show this in a second. They need to scroll down from there, and they click on something called Off-Campus Connect. This will take them to an authentication page where the student can log in one of 2 ways. The first option is for the students to enter their FAUnet ID and their password. And if students don't know this information, they can call the number listed. There's a number listed there, and you'll see that in a second, for help retrieving that. The other option is students have is to log in using their 14-digit OWL card number minus the A's at both the beginning and the end of that number. Their password will be their 4-digit birth, month, and day. unless they previously reset that. For example, if they were born in June 2002, their password would be 0602. Once they've logged in, students are officially authenticated as FAU students, and they can access many resources otherwise unavailable off campus. So I'm going to give a quick demo. We can see my page, correct? Okay, so from the Live2Go page, again, library.fau.edu/lib2go. So from there, and we're going to go to scroll down a little bit, and we're going to go to Off Campus Connect. That's going to take you to this page here where it gives you the two choices to sign in, FAU Net ID or the library OWL card number. I'm going to go with the OWL ID, rather the FAU Net ID. And you can see here, I've already logged in, so it remembers me. I'm going to click on Log In. And it's going to ask you to wait. If it takes a little bit, just click here now. Pretty quick if you do that. Once you click there, I'm just going to quickly show you, say your instructor asks you to search for articles from our databases. The thing you want to do is you want to come down to the tab that says Databases. You're going to click on that. And one thing I tell students all the time, you have to click on Browse Databases by title. Once you do that, you're going to see that you have access to 669 databases, and you're like, well, which one do I use? Probably the best thing to do, I know there's other places I could take people, and I usually do, but the best thing to do, depending on what class you're in, what course you're taking, just come to this tab here that says All Subjects. Click on that, and let's just say you happen to be looking for a, I don't know, a business class. You click on that. Now here we have 67 databases that come up for business and economics. And I'm not going to go through the database here, but I'm just going to quickly show you. I know if you're looking for an article on business, just for the heck of it here, Business Source Premier. Click on that, and now you have access to your database remotely. This is something you don't need to do if you're on campus, but if you're doing this remotely, and I get it, I've been here, I have access to that database. So I'm going to get out of that for a second here. I'm going to scroll back, and I'm going to get back to the FAU library page, and specifically the Live2Go page. Okay, so now we're at the Live2Go page. So that's basically, you need to basically access Off-Campus Connect before you can do a lot of stuff with the FAU resources. That's your number one thing you should do.
Okay, good to know. Okay, so say students have specific research questions that they would like to ask for an upcoming assignment. Is someone still able to help them?
Another great question. Absolutely. And this is what I meant by providing personal assistance. On the Live2Go page, there's a link for students to click that allows them to schedule a virtual appointment via phone or online with a subject specialist librarian who can assist them with their research needs. And let me show you how you get there. So from our Live2Go page, you're going to scroll down a little bit. And the second option here is online consultations. When you get here, you're going to fill out this whole complete form online, their date of request, your name, et cetera, et cetera. You're going to ask which option you want to meet with that librarian in. In this case, you're going to either do phone or online. Tell them what class you're in, what year, tell them what your area is of specialization, et cetera. You're also going to ask for a preferred day, and that's not to say that day is going to be the day, because who knows what's going on. But it's going to ask you for a preferred day, a preferred date, and then there's also the alternate day and the alternate date. You're going to ask and rather describe your question as much as you want. If you have a specific librarian that you want to meet with, you can put their name in there and say, hey, this guy said this or this lady said this. You can meet with them, and you can tell them what you've already looked at. When you submit at the bottom of the screen here, it's going to basically send an email to my supervisor, and my supervisor is going to find that librarian who specializes in that particular area, and they'll meet with you, and they'll tell you, we're going to meet on this day at this time, and the email confirmation will come back and forth, and you'll have that personal library meeting.
That's great. Very helpful. Okay, so I guess regarding the same lines, if I'm looking for, say, citation information for a project or something that I may have, is the library able to help in that area?
Once again, yes. How do we do that? What I would suggest is you scroll down a little bit from the lib2go page, and you go to research guides. Again, many of the FAU librarians are subject specialists, and they have created online guides, and they call them LibGuides. This is short for library guides. These guides can assist students with finding subject and/or course-appropriate information, databases and online resources, etc., for research help with various things such as citing sources, avoiding plagiarism, starting their research even, and much, much more. The LibGuides are readily available without connecting to Off-Campus Connect as well. So how do you get there? I already clicked on the research guides, but this is what it looks like. And just to quickly show you, I'm not going to get into it, but I'm going to quickly show you. Let's just say you happen to be in the old ENC 11.2 course. You're going to click search. And there's a lot of LibGuides here. There's 56 pages of them. So what I would suggest is you scroll down to what you may be familiar with. And I'm going to scroll down to this one because this is one that yours truly created. So ENC 1102, excuse me, research. I'll click on that. And you look for this handsome guy here. And you're going to scroll down and you can see you got help with citations. It's a tab here. And again, this is very course specific, very subject specific, whatever the LibGuide happens to be about. You need to find databases that would be recommended to use for that course. These are on here, and there's a ton of them. And instructors, I'm constantly making these things. So these are very helpful for citations, plagiarism, just anything really. Again, it's course specific.
Yeah, that's great. Good to know. Okay, now another question is that classmates have been talking about remote apps. Can you tell us what those are?
Okay, there may be some classes that require students to use certain software, and the library has created a link to much of the software that classes will be using. These apps are available for free download via the remote apps link. Where do you find that? Let's scroll down a little bit from the lib2go page. And we're going to scroll down. Mind you, there's a lot of resources on here I'm not going to be able to show you, but I'm going to, hopefully you can get a look at this stuff at some point. So we're going to go to the remote apps link, excuse me. And first thing you need to do here is you need to log in with your FAU network ID and password. And you also need to download the Citrix workspace. Once you do that, you're going to have access to any of these available software applications here. I don't even know what half of these are, to be honest with you, but they're very specific for certain courses. And if you have any issues with this, you can also come to the left-hand side here where there's the installation instruction and guides. So it's really, again, it's a one-stop shop here. And if you see something here that you don't see what you really need here, down on the bottom here it says request a specific software application. So you can send that to our help desk and you can, get access to that application as well.
Okay, awesome. Well, that is also very nice to know. All right, so I have heard students have free access to Microsoft Office 365. Could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, just as the library provides access to specialized apps for certain classes, it also provides free access to the entire Microsoft application suite. What does that mean? That means that students have access to free access to things like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, Access, Publisher, and much more. Some of the features of creating the account are that you can install them on your personal devices, up to 5 compatible PCs and Macs. plus 5 tablets, including the iPad. And you can use them with OneDrive for automatic device syncing. Also, you get 1 terabyte of storage through your OneDrive, and that's huge. So you have access to this throughout the entire time that you are an FAU student as well. And so, how do you get there? So we're already at the Lib to Go page. How do you get to those the 365? You click on Office 365 Suite. And here it is. You're just going to go to visit office.com/get Office 365. I'm going to say something about this. I've helped numerous students with this. And I do know that there's a lot of click here's and a lot of click there's. It is what it is, but it really, if you just keep following through, click here, click there, click here, click there, and then you just download that. It's really, really simple. It's just a number of click here's and click there's, but it's super simple.
Great. Well, also there's that availability. So then also, if someone doesn't have access to a computer all the time to log into my FAU, is there a way that you can do that via like cell phone?
Yeah, okay, for those with access to a cell phone, you can access my FAU from either a browser at myfau.fau.edu. Again, that's myfau.fau.edu. Or you can download the app from the iTunes App Store or the Google Play Store. You'll have access to your FAU email, your classes, maps, and other resources. How do I get there? Again, from the Lib to Go guide, webpage. You're going to scroll all the way down, and you are going to look for the FAU mobile app. Okay, here it is, and you're just going to log in here, and you're going to download the app from the App Store or whatever whatever you prefer, however you want to download it, and then you sign in. So you have access to all your classes, all the FAU email, etc. We're all on the go, and especially now. So there you go. You have it through your phone.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so in the past, I would go to the library's front desk to ask a simple question, but since that is not an option now, where can I go to get these questions answered?
Okay, another way to get personal assistance that I was talking about, students also have access to something called Ask a Librarian. Students can send a text message to their phone, they can email through their laptop, or the PC or tablet or phone, or they can chat online with a librarian for assistance. This service is available until midnight, but students can leave an email or text message and receive an answer the very next day from an FAU librarian. How do I get there? Okay, so if you need help, it's the very first option here, online help 24/7. I know it says 24/7. That means you can actually put in your question and it will get answered. I'm just going to mention something about this. We have FAU librarians on Ask a Librarian from 1 p.m. in the afternoon till 5 p.m. At night. And after that, you can still get help on Ask a Librarian because it is a statewide service. But if you specifically want an Ask a Librarian question to be for an FAU question, you can request that. And if it's after 5 or if it's after before 1, it may be the next day that it comes in, but you can leave that email and you will get answered. I'm on there every Friday from 1 to 5, so I know I get questions on there all the time. And if it's, again, I check. Questions come in from like Thursday night and I get them on Friday. I answer those. So we're on top of that. And honestly, with the way things are now, we're all working from home, I'm checking that left and right just to see if somebody needs help, because why not?
Very true. That's a very good way for students to ask questions. So also, say someone has kind of a challenge navigating through Canvas. Can you share more about what Canvas can do and how I can utilize it learning remotely?
FAU's learning management system, Canvas, is it's an easy-to-use cloud-based system that connects all the digital tools and resources that teachers use into one simple place. It can be accessed from lib2go as well. It integrates seamlessly with hundreds of apps, empowering teachers and students with countless tools to make teaching and learning easier. How do I access Canvas? From our lib2go page. Again, one-stop shop here. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Here's Canvas. When you click on that, I've already came into this earlier today, so it recognizes my my password and my username. I didn't have to log in. Let me get out of this here. And you can check out your courses. Okay, you can see my courses. Some of these are a little bit silly. I was making silly courses to play around with this, but you can access your inbox, your emails, etc. Other resources here that you have, and virtual teaching and learning. Again, one-stop shop here. You can access all your course stuff here.
That's great. I did not know that you could access Canvas from there, so thank you for that. Okay, earlier when we spoke, you were talking about the library do-it-yourself link. Could you tell us more about that?
Okay, excuse me. The library also has that do-it-yourself link. It's not on lib2go, but I find it important to mention this. It's really from your homepage. So if you're on the lib2go page, all you have to do is come up to the left-hand side in the corner here and click on FAU. It's going to take you to the library's main page. From that library's main page, and I can't see it right now because there are different screens in front of me here, but you need to go to the Help tab on the top. It's on the top right-hand corner. If you click on that, you're going to see here that you have self-help resources. You have video tutorials. These are fantastic. They're not very long. They're pretty short. We want to keep them short. We want to bore people with this stuff. But we have really informative tutorials, video tutorials on how to use certain databases, help with APA format or whatever format you happen to be using, etc. But the do-it-yourself is right below it. And this is really kind of if you have a question, you know, I have a question about articles. You click on the tab that says articles, and you have all these links. Well, I'm looking to find peer-reviewed articles. How do I do that? You click on that, and there's this explanation here. So it's really a one-stop shop again, on top of lib2go. If you have very specific questions, and we've been narrowing this down left and right, so it gets pretty specific to what your question may or may not be. It's just another resource that you can go to.
Okay, great. Well, I think that wraps up our formal Q&A, but does anybody have any questions that we can answer before? If you do, please utilize the chat box. That's what it's there for.
So I do have a question for Tom. So being a librarian, you have a lot of knowledge, right, of all the different resources available for students. What's maybe a hidden treasure, if you will, of the library that folks could utilize right now through their remote experience?
I assume that you may be asking about databases, because I do have a couple that I'm glad you asked that, because when I give these presentations, I always say there's a couple that I think you should probably, no matter what you're looking for, that you can go to. One, if you go to the databases, and let's just actually do that for a quick second here. Let me go to the databases. Click on my database tab. I'll click browse. A couple that I like to use. One, if I go to the letter A, and I know, again, this is really good for just general research, whatever you happen to be looking for. I happen to like Academic Search Complete. It's a small database, but it's really user friendly, and it's really easy to use. And again, whatever you're looking for is in there. Another one that I would suggest, a larger database, and it's kind of blow your mind if you get to it and you see what's in this one. If you go to the letter P, again, whatever you're looking for, and you scroll down quite a bit, and this one is called, drum roll please, this one is called ProQuest Right here, ProQuest is another academic complete. I'm going to take you just a trial. We don't really have that. This trial right now. ProQuest in general, whatever you're looking for here, if you type the same topic in academic search complete, which I just mentioned, and then you type the same topic in this database, you're going to have a ton more of research. So those are two that off the top of my head that those are the first two I always go to be honest with you. Love them.
Great. Well, are there any other questions that we can answer? If not, then Tom, do you have any closing thoughts? You're muted, just to let you know.
You must have hit that. Okay, hang on one second. Of course.
You're live.
Can you hear me? Okay, so the library has made every effort to streamline its services so that whether you're on campus or off, you're getting the same resources and services. There's literally nothing short of pulling a library in out of a magic hat that you can't get even if you're not physically at the library. Also, for me, the best part of my job is the interaction I have with students. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email, a call, or ask. There are many things on that Lib2Go page that I did not show. In 30 minutes. So that being said, please explore that page for more complete overview of those resources. And I know there's some helpful training videos down there that'll explain further what I already showed. And if you still have any questions, please feel free to schedule a virtual consultation as I showed. You can schedule it with myself. That'd be great. I need things to do. Actually, I'm working from home. You can schedule it with any one of the librarians. For the record, my name's Tom O'Brien. My email address is a little more formal. It's Thomas O'Brien, ThomasObrien, at fau.edu, and my phone number is 561-297-0204. So thank you, everyone, and I look forward to working with you.
Well, thank you, Tom. But it looks like that's all the time we have. So, Tom, thank you again for sharing your expertise with us. Thank you, students, for joining us. And if you were unable to join us for the first talk, you can go ahead and watch the recording on our website at fau.edu/commuterstudent. This recording will be made available shortly if you'd like to go back and see anything from this recording. And have a great week, and go Owls. Bye.